Happy Monday, everybody. Everybody have a good weekend?
Yes.
Yes, we were all scouting for food.
Yeah, by the way, thanks to everybody who came out and who donated, because
we appreciate it.
It was great to see everybody, and of course, we know the need is great across the community.
Yeah.
So
120,000 pounds. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Listen, this morning, the debate over work-life balance continues to take center stage on social media. So we're asking, do you attend work functions, meetings or otherwise, outside of work hours?
So this is a big debate this morning. It comes after a viral post where a manager complained online about his Gen Z employee missing an 8 a.m. work meeting because they said they had a class at the gym. Well, that was their first mistake. They shouldn't have said the gym. But anyway, a lot of people chiming in on this now. Some folks saying the employee wasn't on the clock until 9 a.m. So what they do before or after work is up to them. Others saying when folks are starting out in their careers, they should be expected to make sacrifices. So we want to know what you think. Chime in. What do you guys think?
Is he paid for this hour? Like, are you getting that overtime pay for coming an hour early?
This, to me, is very, very simple.
Okay, tell us,
Black
Ben.
and white. If you want to get a promotion, you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't go.
Work hard.
Otherwise,
and you're paid off.
it is your time. You can do whatever you want with it. But if you are trying to impress the bosses, if you're wanting to get a pay raise, if you're wanting to get a promotion, then you do the extra.
It's called paying to do.
That's simple.
I told some people in here when I first started in Boston, I was reporting. I started during the holidays, and they said, "Okay, for the first 2 weeks, you're working doubles." And I said, "Okay,
Yes,
for
sir.
2 weeks."
Great.
Yes, ma'am. Can I have another?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
I mean, you know,
Okay.
I do think the pay thing is relevant because were you hourly or salaried at that time?
I was salaried, so you do.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like if you are salaried, they do take advantage of you
was about
because
to
they're like
say.
you're salaried.
You work some long hours.
You work long hours, but Ben's exactly right. Even when I was an intern, I feel like bosses, CEOs, they would always say, if you want to get a promotion, be the first one there and the last one to leave. Now, there definitely is. I think COVID has changed a lot of things. People want work-life balance. I know for me anyway, with my kids, doing things outside of my scheduled hours because of childcare makes it harder. So people do have certain circumstances.
Totally.
You know? Yeah.
I mean, there are other people that have other jobs. So,
Yeah.
like, I mean, there's a lot of single individuals that don't have that dual income, household to pay the bills. So your shift has to end at some time so that you can get to the next thing.
But to your point, just don't say you're missing it.
Don't say that.
Obligation.
Just say I can't make it. Sorry.
That's a noble idea in front of the boss.
Yeah. No.
Not going to get you anywhere.
Sometimes you have to just slide your shift here and there. And then speaking about the first and last one to leave, my uncle Ahmad is an immigrant to this country. He worked for Xerox, and he was that mentality. Now he owns his own printing company.
It's amazing.
That's exactly what it is, just putting in that little extra and stuff like that. But sometimes you have to do stuff before work. I get it.
Yeah, they always say, like, sometimes, like, the most talented people don't always get ahead. It's the ones that work the hardest.
Exactly.
You know. Melissa chiming in saying, I take work clients to dinner and I have to travel for work. So the difference between a job and a career. Joy Mott, I went into work when I was off and the pay was an incentive. So maybe she worked a job where it's like she was expected, to come in. And some people do have those jobs where you're paid a certain amount of money and it's like they expect you to call you during your off hours. And if, something happens, breaking news for us.
And listen,
you got to come in.
There are times through every person's life where you can't give anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whether it's, for various personal reasons, whether it's kids, whether it's, aging parents, whether it's whatever the reason might be, you can't give anymore. And that 8 a.m. meeting is not going to happen. And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. It just depends on what phase you are in life.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree, like, especially since we had JT. Like, I used to do a lot more school talks and stuff like that, and sometimes you're like, well, there's only so much that you can.
Totally. That's understandable.
But luckily, we haven't called for any 8 a.m.
Only
meetings. Well, I guess
24
we're
hours in a day. Too bad it's not 26. I just wish sometimes it were. Yeah.
And that's
And you would work all 26.
Larry's always here.
Larry would work all 26.
Kathy chiming in, only if I was required to. Emma, starting grad school definitely forced me to put work-life boundaries in place. But hey, speaking of Larry Sprinkle, since he never leaves here, from a person who always is at every meeting.
And Chris McKay, who
We are.
I'm here.
Did you know it is National Forecasting Person's Day, National Weather Person's Day. There we go, February 5th. The day is dedicated to weather people like our very own Larry Sprinkle, Chris Mulcahy.
And Chris just likes to shake up soda in a bottle.
That was actually on my off time.
Those are your science projects, right, that you do?
That's a Weather IQ.
Weather IQ, yeah.
And then, Larry, what are you doing here?
That's what I would like to know.
That's at the museum over in
Huntersville. Discovery.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Discovery Place.
Discovery Place over
I
there.
like that we've got video of you two doing everything but the weather.
I don't know where this came from. It's like an actual clown day. It's actual weather.
Well, it's
You're
like
talking to a puppet. You're shaking a bottle.
However,
Soda for?
we were demonstrating cap, where when you break the cap, storms explode. But honestly, that was kind of fitting of Larry and I's personalities.
It was. It was.
Weather people can be wacky, as you can see there.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't get out the door without you guys, so thank you for everything that you do.
How are you planning to celebrate today?
Oh, it's going to be. I'm going out to meet my little friend, the alligator over there.
Oh, yeah.
If he can make it, because he's pretty busy here.
Yeah, I'm going to to the grocery store and shake up all the bottles of soda.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Do not do that. Do not.
Maybe have a snow cone. How about that? That's
Well, thank you both for all your work. The forecast that we like and the forecast we don't like, either way. We appreciate
The
it.
good, the bad, and the ugly.
All right, folks. Chime in, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning for another edition of WCNC Charlotte To Go.
See you then.